Listen up. If you want to truly change your life, you need to master your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but it's also your greatest enemy if you let it control you. Most people get stuck because they listen to the negative thoughts, the doubts, and the excuses. You're better than that. It's time to take control and break through the limits you've set for yourself. If you truly want to change your life, you have to learn to control the one thing that controls everything else: your mind. Most people don't realize how powerful their mind is. It shapes everything from your actions to your beliefs and ultimately your success or failure. The mind can either hold you back or propel you forward, depending on whether you let it dominate you or whether you take the reins and push yourself beyond the limits it tries to set. The first thing you need to understand is that growth doesn't come from comfort. It's not the days when everything is easy and smooth that you'll look back on and be proud of. It's the days when you want to quit, when every bone in your body is telling you to stop, that will define you. It's those moments when your mind is screaming for you to give in that are actually the moments that matter most. The best version of yourself exists beyond that threshold of discomfort. Embrace it. Get used to it. The more you push through the pain, the stronger your mind will become. The challenge is not to avoid discomfort, but to thrive in it. But to do this, you have to fight against the constant barrage of negativity your mind throws at you. Doubts, fears, self-limiting beliefs. They'll always be there, waiting to pull you down. The secret is to not listen. Your thoughts don't control you unless you allow them to. When you start doubting yourself, when you feel overwhelmed by the negative voices, you have to drown them out with your own strength. Push back with every ounce of energy you have and remind yourself of your power. You have the ability to control your mind, to direct it toward where you want to go. And as you begin to realize this power, it will push you to take responsibility for your actions. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to fix your life but you. Every choice you make, every action you take is on you. Stop looking for excuses or ways to blame the outside world for your struggles. The moment you accept full responsibility, you take full control. You can then begin to make decisions that align with where you want to be, not where you've been. The moment you stop making excuses, you start building a mind that's unshakable. The mind is constantly distracted. It's easy to get caught up in the noise, the distractions, the opinions, the endless stream of thoughts that have nothing to do with your goals. If you want to achieve anything, you have to learn to shut all of that out. Stay focused on what matters. When you focus, truly focus, you'll see progress faster than you ever thought possible. The mind is the foundation of everything you do, and understanding its power is the first step toward unlocking your true potential. What many people fail to realize is that your thoughts aren't just passive reactions. They are the drivers of your reality. How you think determines how you act, how you feel, and ultimately, the outcomes you experience. If you want to live a life that's extraordinary, you first need to conquer your mind. The battle to master your mind is real, and it's the one fight that can make or break you. The most critical point in this journey is that growth never happens in the comfort zone. It's easy to think that happiness or success will come from a life of ease, where everything is just good enough. But nothing extraordinary comes from doing what's easy or comfortable. In fact, the more you avoid discomfort, the more you limit your potential. When you push yourself beyond the limits of what's comfortable, that's when you start to grow. The pain, the struggle, the exhaustion, these are the building blocks of greatness. Don't shy away from these moments. Lean into them. Those tough moments when you feel like quitting are precisely when you need to dig deeper, because that's where the real growth happens. But in order to push through the pain and discomfort, you need to address your mind. Your mind is your worst enemy when it's left unchecked. It will lie to you, telling you that you're not good enough, that you can't do something, that it's not worth it. The trick is to not listen to those thoughts. You need to be able to take control of your mind, to force it into a mindset of strength and resilience. When you feel like you can't go any further, that's the moment to remind yourself that you can. Your mind is constantly talking to you, so it's up to you to guide that internal dialogue in a way that empowers you. Taking control of your thoughts is one thing, but what really separates those who succeed from those who don't is taking full responsibility for their lives. Every outcome in your life is a result of your choices. And this is something you can't ignore. You can't blame the circumstances, the people, or even luck. You want to create change, it starts with you. When you own your choices, when you refuse to make excuses and accept responsibility, that's when you break free from the victim mentality and start taking action that leads to results. To stay on the path to success, you need to build an unwavering focus. Distractions will come at you from every direction, trying to steal your attention and derail your progress. The mind is constantly being pulled in different directions, but you have to learn how to shut out the noise. This doesn't mean ignoring the world around you. It means blocking out anything that doesn't contribute to your goals. Stay laser focused on what matters. The more you sharpen your focus, the more unstoppable you become. Mastering your mind is the first step toward achieving anything extraordinary in life. Most people are slaves to their thoughts, controlled by fear, doubt, and the comfort of staying where they are. The reality is that growth is born from discomfort. And the only way to push through that discomfort is by mastering the voice in your head. If you let your mind dictate what you can or can't do, you'll always be limited by its false beliefs and fears. The key to growth is realizing that the toughest moments, the times when you feel like you can't go on, are exactly when you need to push harder. Those moments of discomfort, struggle, and pain are the crucible where greatness is forged. Your mind will scream at you to quit, to take the easy way out. But that's when you must dig deeper and prove to yourself that you're capable of more. The only way to grow is by embracing those difficult moments, stepping into them instead of running away. But to do this, you must take full control of your thoughts. Your mind is constantly throwing negative ideas at you, telling you you're not enough or that it's too hard. These thoughts are not the truth. They're just noise. You have the power to turn down that volume and reprogram your mind to focus on what you can do, not what you can't. Every time you hear doubt, counter it with strength. Every time you feel fear, push through it. Responsibility is another key element. When you take full responsibility for your life, your choices, your actions, your results, you take back control. No one else is responsible for your success. And in the end, mastering your mind is about realizing you are in charge. Stop waiting for motivation or for life to change. Change starts inside. Mastering your mind is the ultimate key to unlocking your potential. The truth is, your mind will either be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. It has the power to shape every single aspect of your life. If you let it run unchecked, it will create stories of doubt, fear, and limitation. It will convince you that you can't, that it's too hard, that success isn't meant for you. But if you take control, your mind becomes a powerful tool that will push you beyond any obstacle, help you break barriers, and achieve things you once thought impossible. The first thing you need to understand is that growth doesn't happen in comfort. In fact, it happens because of discomfort. When you challenge yourself, when you push yourself to the limit, that's when real change occurs. Pain, struggle, fatigue, these are not things to be avoided. They are the signals that you are on the right path. Every time your mind tells you to quit, every time you feel like you can't keep going, those are the moments that matter the most. In those moments, you need to remind yourself that this is where growth happens. If you want to achieve something great, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. The next step is to silence the negative chatter in your mind. Your thoughts are not who you are. Negative thoughts will come, but they don't have to define your reality. It's up to you to choose which thoughts you listen to. You can let self-doubt and fear control you, or you can take those thoughts and turn them into fuel for your drive. When you learn to filter out the noise, you begin to develop mental toughness. Finally, you have to take responsibility for everything in your life. Success doesn't come from luck, it comes from relentless action and ownership. No one else is responsible for your path but you. When you truly understand this, you will stop making excuses and take control of your destiny. Mastering your mind is the ultimate act of self-empowerment, and once you do, nothing will be able to stop you. Mastering your mind isn't just about achieving success, it's about taking control of your entire life. So many people are held back by the limitations they place on themselves, and most of those limitations start in the mind. The truth is, your mind will either propel you to greatness or hold you back in mediocrity. It's all about what you allow yourself to believe and how you respond to the challenges life throws at you. Growth never comes from a place of ease. It comes from pushing past the comfort zone, from stepping into the discomfort that accompanies real progress. Every time you face a challenge, your mind will try to convince you that it's too difficult, that it's too much to handle. But you have to realize that those moments are the defining ones, the ones that separate those who succeed from those who don't. When you hit that point where your body and mind scream for you to stop, that's when you have to push harder. The resistance you feel is a signal that you're on the verge of something bigger. The more you learn to embrace and overcome discomfort, the more you unlock your true potential. The second crucial part of mastering your mind is learning to take control of your thoughts. Your mind is constantly racing with ideas, doubts, and insecurities. It can easily overwhelm you if you let it. But here's the key. You don't have to listen to everything your mind tells you. You can choose your thoughts. When negativity creeps in, when your mind tells you that you're not good enough or that it's too hard, fight back with conviction. Turn that negativity into fuel. Every time you feel doubt, push harder. Finally, you must take full ownership of your life. Every result, every outcome is a direct reflection of the decisions you've made. It's easy to blame the world, the circumstances, or other people for where you are. But when you take responsibility for everything in your life, you take back control. You stop waiting for things to happen, and instead, you start making things happen. No one else is responsible for your success. Only you. Mastering your mind means taking charge of your destiny, refusing to let anything or anyone stand in the way of what you want to achieve. Mastering your mind means taking full responsibility for your actions, rejecting negativity, embracing discomfort, and relentlessly pushing forward. It's about focusing on what you control, blocking out distractions, and never settling. Mastering your mind is not a destination. It's a journey that requires relentless commitment, discipline, and a refusal to accept anything less than your best. It's about realizing that the greatest battles you'll face are within your own mind. Every challenge, every obstacle, And every moment of self-doubt is an opportunity to rise stronger. When you control your thoughts, when you embrace discomfort, when you stop making excuses and take full responsibility for your life, that's when you start living at your fullest potential. Understand this, no one else is coming to save you. The power to shape your future lies entirely in your hands. It starts with how you think, how you respond to adversity, and how far you're willing to push yourself beyond what seems possible. The moment you master your mind, nothing can stop you. Keep going, keep fighting, and keep believing in the strength that lies within you. The mind is a tool. Use it, control it, and you'll unlock a life beyond your wildest dreams.